pain that goes from the back of the skull all the way to the front, when you have numbness and tingling in the back, right here, when you have pain in the side of the shoulder, or pain from your occiput down to around the top of your scapula. Hello and welcome to the Pain Freedom Podcast. This is part 3 on the headache series. Today we're talking about the splenius muscles, there's 2 of them, and the semispinalis capitis muscle. So you care about these guys when you have pain that goes from the back of the skull all the way to the front, when you have numbness and tingling in the back, right here, when you have pain in the side of the shoulder, or pain from your occiput down to around the top of your scapula. So let's talk about each of these muscles. Number 1, splenius cervicis. This goes from thoracic 3 to 6 all the way up to cervical 1, 2, and 3. So this is the guy that causes pain from the back of the head all the way to the front, behind the eyes, deep in the skull. Feels just like a migraine. Cause blurred vision and pain in the back of the eye. So the first trigger point in this is right around C2, maybe C3, and the second one is right on the middle border of your shoulder blade, the scapula, right around here. So that trigger point can cause pain right in the angle of your shoulder, right around here. It mimics the levator scapula pain referral pattern. Another thing that it does, that second trigger point, is it makes the back of your head feel a numbness or a tingling. Moving forward, we'll talk about how to release these all at the very end. They're all very similar. Number 2 is the splenius capitis. This guy causes pain right at the top of your head. Intense pain right here. Moving on ahead, we're talking about semispinalis capitis. This guy is gnarly. He connects from C4 all the way down to T7. So he's a long muscle, attaches the upper back to the neck, and then he attaches to the occiput right here. Now these muscles it's very common. Splenius cervicis attaches upper back to neck. So if you feel like you have tension right around here from your upper back to your neck, it could be all these muscles attaching right here to the back of the skull, the splenius capitis, the semispinalis capitis, will cause that pain in the back of the head, a numbness. Now something that's very interesting is that the third muscle that we're talking about, the semispinalis capitis, you can look at it right here, it causes pain by stapling down the greater occipital nerve root, which causes disturbances in your proprioception, in your perception. We're talking about eyes, ears, everything that you use to perceive your environment. Another thing that semispinalis capitis causes is burning and pain all the way right around the top of the scapula. So you want to be aware of all these trigger points because it can be causing all of these pain syndromes for you. So how do we release these? First thing is you want to take a device, whether it's your fingers, a ball, or a knobble, and like we said, you want to feel around the cervical all the way down to about T5. Now you have trigger points right around C2. Take your fingers, push them right into the cervical vertebrae. Look for that splenius cervicis trigger point. Reinforce. Then, take a ball, go against the ground or the wall. Look for that trigger point number 2. Put it at the very inside border of your scapula. Look for that trigger point, put sustained pressure. That's the second one. Splenius capitis. We're looking at about C2. So it's the same thing right here. Use a tool, use your fingers, use any of these. Use the rumble roller. We're looking at semispinalis capitis. These, you could have 1, 2, or 3, all the way up or down. So it's the same concept. You want to hold that pressure. The main idea here is that you're really going to search and scan, get a little bit deeper, because these are underneath your trapezius muscles. Be mindful of all the different symptoms it can be causing for you, and be meticulous. Dig deep, really search around, and believe me, once you find the trigger point, you will feel relief of all those symptoms very fast. So go ahead, be diligent, study the pictures of the anatomy, look for the trigger points, and this will cause so much relief in all the symptoms we talked about. I really hope it helps you. Like and subscribe, share this with somebody else who needs it. Make it a great day, guys.